Vabbè, dai, Danilo, dai, Federico, dai, che salta, podcastevolo di più. Dai, Danilo, dai, Federico, dai, che salta, podcastevolo di più.
Amiche e amici, bentrovati a CRESTA ALTA, il podcast di Danilo e Federico Gallinari.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen.
Dani, today an incredible guest. If we have to list everything that he won in his career, we could stay here for the next 3 episodes. But I have to mention that he won the EuroLeague, so I think that's huge. He's here with us, Bogdan Bogdanović.
Ciao.
That was a great intro.
Great intro, hey. You need to be hired by some company.
That's what I'm trying to do with this podcast. Okay. That's the only reason why I have this podcast. How are you, Bog? How you feeling?
What did he win? He didn't win anything yet, but he won. What this guy won?
If I have to tell you what he won, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
No, Gallo put himself on a big camera and he's talking to himself now.
I give him shit all the time because he didn't win anything.
Anything but money. Money is okay.
That's not a bad win.
I lost everything to you in Blu-ray in cars.
Not true. He wrote everything down. I don't even count. After I lost 10,000, I stopped counting.
Man, just so you know, Gal is gonna keep the count no matter what.
I'm having problems recruiting players with the Wizards, but I think I started already a week ago. So every day I'm talking about Blu-ray in the locker room. Hopefully I will get 4 or 5 players.
We didn't play last year. We didn't play last season. It was of course boring. You know how it is. But this season
what
we have
do you do
guys
on the plane if you don't play cards, Brate?
What to do for these hours, huh? Nothing. You're on the phone scrolling, wasting your time.
Movies, reading.
One flight you start reading and then you fall asleep, and then next one you're scrolling. Next 3 flights scrolling, and then back to reading. And if you win the game, you're happy. When you lose the game, on the phone.
Sad. I don't understand the guys, especially after you win the game. The guys that fall asleep right away, boom, like this, right away. Yeah, impossible.
But sometimes, they turn the lights off. They give you, how you call this?
Blanket. Like
blanket, yeah. I need 15 days, 20 days to adjust to English again. Coming back to Serbia. They give you a blanket, they put air condition, you read the book, 2 sentences, you out.
Yeah, for sure. Like I agree.
Dark plane.
You know why Bogdanović needs to adjust with English? Because he played the World Cup this summer. It was an amazing run for the Serbian team, especially after losing, as always, against Italy. No,
Not always.
Lately, in the first few years, they always win against us. But now I didn't play with them, so the team win against Serbia. But after losing, what did you think? What did the team think about after losing against us? What was the situation?
We thought about that game, and we were watching the tape. Usually in a tournament, you don't go back to the think about what you did, what type of mistakes, because you don't have time. But this game, we did a little recap of the game, and the way we finished the quarter, third quarter especially, the way when we built the lead, when your team started to change defense, couple reads, couple shots that I didn't make mostly. And we were not happy with it. Of course, we wanted to win that game, like Italy wanted to. But you know how it goes. They had the veteran Gigi Datome playing his World last cup. And after, you know how it is on the World Cup, so you see each other in a hotel and the meal rooms. I asked him, Gigi, are you sure, brother? You know, last year MVP of the finals, now killing us in third quarter, 10 points, boom, boom, boom from bench, 2 minutes, 10 points. You know, like, why are you retiring? You know, like, but but it was fun game. You know, it was fun game, and we definitely thought about it, and we were definitely mad that we lost that game.
but then after the game, all the way to the final.
You know, sometimes when you lose one game, that kind of triggers you, you know, and motivates you more, gets you together. It's tough.
That's what happened when United States, they lost against Lithuania and then they killed us.
So they got together against Italy, though.
That's what happens sometimes. It's tough. But I didn't like how Italy played against USA. Before the game they quit. I believe that's my opinion. Because they're good, but also USA, as you said, they were motivated to win that game. They know how it's important. But also I think they approach differently. You know, sometimes when you play for national teams, you have chip on the shoulder to play against some national teams.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes when we play, let's say Montenegro, Croatia, Bosnia, you know, some these teams around in our area, or Greece, you know, you play with some extra motivation, extra. I don't know what it is, but for the game,
I think they played. You know, they played the perfect game, and we played our worst game. So and of course,
but I will tell you one story.
The 3-point shooting for Italy that day was awful. Awful.
Yes. You know, it's tournament. But I will tell you one funny story. And you can ask Meli and Simone. They were in elevator. Because, you know, before the game, we were always hanging out, ciao, you know, short conversation until the game. You know, everybody is waiting for that game. We know we're going to play each other. We know everything. You know how it goes. Tournament. And they won. You know, we hate to see them in a hotel. They are celebrating. They're happy. We are sad. Normal, right? So in elevator, everybody is not calculating, but waiting for, you know, outcomes of other games, blah, blah, blah. What happened? Dominican Republic loses to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Loses to Puerto Rico. And then we needed to win. And in that scenario, to avoid USA or something, Italy needed to lose against I don't know who they played.
Philippine?
No, Puerto Rico maybe.
Puerto Rico.
They needed to lose against them, and it was tight game.
Mm-hmm.
It was tight game until the end. Then at the end they won. And then I see Meli and Fontecchio. Before that, I think I saw them, and we were heading to the game. And I was like, guys, good luck today. You guys need to win. We win, and then Lithuania beats USA. But it was joke. I didn't even like think about it. But then after the game, when we won against Dominican Republic, we were like, man, Lithuania is going to beat USA. And we were joking about it, you know, how I said that to the guys in the elevator. But it was fun. That's what brings joy to the tournament.
Yeah, but sometimes you told me the same thing, and I agree. And also talking to Milos, he always say that the European Championship is tougher than Olympics or World Cup, because sometimes, you know, if you get in the right side of like Italy, for example, they had very, you know, they were on the perfect side of the schedule, because they had an easy group, and then if they didn't get United States, maybe they go to the semifinal, you know. So it's sometimes you gotta get the right matchup, and you go to the semi-final easy. But in the European Championship, it's different. Every game is tough.
No, definitely nothing. You still need to win the games, but you need luck in the tournaments. You need healthy players. That's number one thing, and you need a little bit of momentum. What happened with our guy Borisha against South Sudan.
Tell us about what happened, because I saw the video, but in the video, it doesn't look like crazy. The video.
We as a teammates, at the game, when you see it didn't look like that, like you said, in live especially. But then, we walk in the locker room, and our doctor was like, no, he needs to go to the hospital urgently. He left the locker room, blah, blah, blah. We were like, we didn't sleep for next 3 nights because they didn't know, are they going to do surgery? What are they going to do? They were waiting for a surgeon. It was really like, we felt at one moment we're going to lose him, man. It's not, I never experienced that in my career. Injuries are part of the game, and
but he did the surgery in Manila. He couldn't travel to go back to Serbia.
At the end, he traveled because we had the plane. The country sent the plane for us to take us back. Mostly, yes, our success, but also his health status. But it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable that that 3 days of non-sleeping, wondering what is going to happen. We are all texting to Doc and he, everybody, his family. Then we need to report to his family. It was difficult. His dad. His mom and dad, what they've been through, it's unbelievable. So, and sometimes we don't even think about it. You get hit, and you just keep going. And we were telling him, come on, keep going. You just got hit a little bit, it's a little bit sore. And he went in offense, defense, I think, or a couple times, maybe 1 or 2 times. And he asked for a sub. And then, you start wondering. But I'm happy that now he is good and healthy. But that moment
is now he's good. He can play, or he can play again, or no?
I hope he can. I think he can. But most importantly, he needs to get healthy. He needs to get healthy. He needs to go through all the tests, and we'll see. We all want him to play, but now how life is more important than basketball.
Of course.
100%.
How was the parade back home, brate? I saw some videos. I knew it was gonna be crazy, but I also saw Nole came out. How was that?
It was unbelievable. It was honestly unbelievable. I've been there a couple times, so to see Nole with us and to see him crying.
Why did he cry?
That just shows you how much how much of the love we get from our people, and I think he cried. He said something that he heard the song that one group in Belgrade, famous group in Belgrade, created for him. And we were playing that in the locker room, and we told him that. We said, hey, we had your song, and it's motivational song. And they played that before his entrance, right? I think all of that momentum, people, singing in the same time, us singing.
Where was it? It was in the center of Belgrade, the place where you did the.
Yeah, traditional spot. We call it balcony.
Okay.
Balcony in Belgrade. That's that one spot. It's the center of the Belgrade, the main building.
That's crazy. After the World Cup, how long you stayed home? And when did you come back to the States?
So I was home for 6 days, 7 days, and then I think 8th day I traveled. 8th or 9th day I traveled to to the States. You know, I need to adjust time zone, time difference. At one point, I didn't know where I'm at.
How much? What was the time difference in Manila?
6 hours ahead.
6 hours ahead towards Europe or to the USA?
So towards Europe, yeah.
Europe, because in the USA it was like 12 hours or something.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to watch the games, but sometimes they were like 6 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, like super early. So.
12 hours difference.
Yeah. So
Right.
how would you grade the overall experience of this summer? Did you enjoy it? You think you could have, what do you think about it?
You know, I won silver already, so I can't be happy with another silver.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, Gigi texted to Gudura and me after the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, man, I know this one hurts probably because you guys already have medals and stuff, but I'll kill for one of these medals. So I was like, man, when you put that in that perspective, you know,
it's different.
It's different. It's for sure uplifting.
Me and Gigi, we never went through the quarterfinals.
But it's tough, man. It's tough. It's really difficult.
We lost in the quarterfinals, I don't know how many times. Always.
Especially like you said, Eurobasket. It's way harder than FIBA or now Olympics. Everything is hard. Don't get me wrong, but experience of the players and that they're playing in European competition, it's different. And then you cannot relax. There is no easy games.
Now you have a straight pass to Paris. We need to do the pre-Olympic. Pre-Olympic tournament.
When is the drawing for pre-Olympic tournaments? Do you know? Are you going to be a host?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. But you know, that's one of the Rio for me. 2016 was one of the best experiences I ever had in my life. Like athlete, you know, seeing all these athletes everywhere. You know, in the village, sport village, and in the meal rooms, and you know, a lot of stories. Whenever we see each other now in Belgrade, you know. Let's say me and Nedović, we talk about, man, how Rio was nice. And
where is Nedović playing right now?
Red Star.
Red Star, they have a good team. It's not these EuroLeagues, they can be
Who you got, Galo? Partizan or Red Star?
Oh, Partizan, Partizan. I saw there was an article today on the Italian newspapers that they were saying that there is a history-breaking record of the season ticket holders for Partizan. I think it's more than 16,000. It never happened in the history before, and so
season ticket holders.
Season ticket holders, not 16 plus 16,000, more than 16,000.
That's crazy. How many people can fit in the stadium?
In Belgrade Arena, something like 21, 22,000, something like that.
Wow. So it's more than half.
More than half. But you know how
fight
it's
for those 4,000 tickets.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
I've been to a couple of games last season, and it wasn't EuroLeague. It was finals against Red Star, and some playoff games in Adriatic League. And it was packed. It was amazing. You know, the atmosphere they make, it's unbelievable. You know,
it's crazy, and it's fun to see because most of the coaches that I work with and for, they always come to me and they're like, there is no atmosphere in the USA. There is no like fans that really, you know, get into it. And I'm like, oh yeah, you gotta see Europe. You gotta go see Serbia and stuff. You can see fans that are devoted to the game. They just go crazy during the games and so much different. The atmosphere is so different. And that's also one of the reasons why I think that some American players are not able to adapt to that kind of environment in Europe.
Honestly, I'll tell you, honestly, in my experience, there was one time that I was like, this is the closest that I've been in NBA, and this is the closest atmosphere that it was like Europe. It was against New York Knicks playoff run. You remember that?
Okay.
In New York, the game 2, I think, it was honestly, that was the closest thing and it was the best thing ever. Like we
Yeah.
lost that game, but it was the atmosphere was unbelievable. Also in Atlanta, game 3, game 4, it was packed. It was really good, and people were they don't sing songs here like over there because.
I think you need to get to the playoffs, to get close to that atmosphere. You need to get deep in the playoff, and you can get something similar.
Yes.
Maybe in the regular season, especially, I don't know, even in Atlanta is tougher, but playoffs is good.
Playoffs are different, but there is also another side of it. Sometimes I know a lot of people with kids in Serbia. They cannot take the kids to the games. They don't know how the fans are going to behave.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
So, but if you want to go, you go by yourself. That's it.
Yeah. It's an experience.
One of the funniest stories Bogi told me, and he can decide if to tell it or not. It was, I think, when he was a young guy playing for Partizan at the beginning, some story about the playoffs where against Red Star. I think that they were not sure if they were gonna play game 3 and or game 2, or you guys talk to each other in the morning. You remember something like this?
I remember. So we had a fight, right? Game 1 was fight. We finished the game 5-3. 5. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But we had the fight, and everybody who entered the court, they got kicked out, right? So we ended up playing 5-3. We felt like we were in disadvantage, right?
But we almost won. 5-3. You played the final. I don't know. Milano plays Bologna.
3-5.
5-3.
We were 3. 3-5. Finals. That was game 1. And then game 2, before the game 2, I think we had 1 or 2 days in between. I'm not sure. But it was long day or long 2 days, whatever. We had a meeting. We held a meeting because the Federation of Basketball, Serbian Federation of Basketball, came out with the punishments for the players they fight, right? So, in our opinion, always, we were, we were in disadvantage, and they were, in their opinion, they were in disadvantage, and it's always that fight in between Red Star and Partizan. And at some point, we wanted to quit. Honestly, we wanted to quit. We didn't want to play.
Damn.
We were thinking about showing up. We were thinking, because that already happened. But one friend of mine and teammate, Milenko Tepic, he goes to me and he said, are you really going to be a pussy like that? And they will remember you. They will remember you like. Remember, he said, they will remember you like this for your whole career if we don't show up.
Yeah.
Because, this is like your team.
For sure.
You're the project of the team. That's how he was always joking about it. And he kind of hurt my ego.
Yeah.
Not kind of. He hurt it. Yeah. He hurt it bad. And I called the coach right away. I said, but there was a game day. So we were having a lunch. We already decided to not show up. And we said, we're not showing up. And I called the coach like 4 hours before the game starts. Coach, can we get the buses ready? He said, okay, 2 hours before the game, we are leaving. I don't know if the game was at 7. We were there at 5. And we played the game and we won 3 in a row.
That's a story. That's a story. There we go. That's that good that he touched your ego a little bit then.
You need a teammates like that to be, but
for sure.
He's an experienced guy, we decided that as a team,
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, we are mad, I'm going to the States, I'm doing my workouts, blah, 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 but you needed somebody to like slap you, you need somebody to like,
100%.
Now I tell you one funny story. I don't know if Bogi remembers. So somebody is shooting a free throw, and I'm taking the rebound, and Bogi is already on the other side, ready to play offense. Okay. During the free throw, I tell Trey Young, I say, call 77 for me. 77 is a double drag. We used to have double drag. Okay.
Yeah.
And Bogi comes. He's on the free throw line on the other side. He comes back and say to me, "Hey, 72 for me." I said, "No, 77 for me." So he goes to Trey and say, "Trey, no, Gallo, fuck this, 72 for me." He goes to Trey, and Trey said, and he says, "Trey, call 72 for me." So me and Bogi, we walk down together, say, "No, Bogi, 77, no, 72, no, 77, no, 72. I don't remember what happened, but I think I finished in the corner and we call 72 only because he's my brate, and to make him happy, I let him have the play.
No, we were fighting. I think Trey ran something else. but we were fighting. I remember, and then we I don't know if he scored or whatever, but they scored a transition bucket, and then coach called the timeout. I remember that, and we were still talking. About it.
That's crazy. But I saw you were going crazy with your soccer skills lately with the Hawks. Well, you gotta see the videos, Danny. He was going crazy with those feet. Oh my God!
I mean, you have to know.
He's the only one that knows about soccer in that team. Nobody else can play.
Clint knows. And another
Clint is
young
good.
guy,
Clint
Mo, the young guy, new guy.
So, yeah, he can.
He can. Yeah.
He can.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. Right, go ahead.
Go ahead. You ask.
Okay. Let me ask you, who is the best soccer player that was your teammate?
Me, of course.
Man, no chance. Who is the best soccer
but
player?
you are asking about Europe or United States? In his
United States.
United States.
In my career.
Yeah, in your career.
Probably Nedović. I always tell him. He missed the sports. He should be a soccer player.
Hey, is that good?
He's fast.
Bogi can tell you stories about Nedo. He likes to enjoy life and make some good purchases.
He likes to enjoy life at my level, or what?
He is a great guy.
Nice. So, Bogi, we have a lot of European fans that follow us. I think it's very curious to know about the path to the NBA of a European player. So I would like you to share with me and Danilo and the people that follow us, our fans, a little bit about your path to the NBA.
Yeah. So coming from Serbia, you never think about NBA.
I tell you, everything was terrible until he started playing with me, and I made him discover amazing things, life.
Yeah, part of it, some part of it. I give credit to Gallo always. So coming out of Serbia, it's I don't know how it's in Italy, but we really like our league, our teams, EuroLeague more than NBA. We follow NBA, but we always have to say something about it. How EuroLeague is better. How, of course, in the realistic world we know that NBA is another level, and it's the greatest organization in the world, especially for players. Coming out of, I was looking at idols back then, and I had a couple like Diamantidis, Bodiroga, Peja, Stojakovic, so I was watching all of them, and I was like researching their careers, their paths. I liked how Diamantidis stayed with Panathinaikos whole career. There was something that I kind of wanted, but not. It wasn't the right time. for me to do it. And basketball became more global. So my path was, trying to play for your club and reach the EuroLeague levels, right? So I started at Partizan, and as a kid, you just want to sign for this big team, that plays EuroLeague. And I was a Partizan fan. I was attending to a lot of games. 2 years before that, a lot of Partizan games. They were playing amazing. And that year that I was watching, it was 2010, I think, 2009-10 season. That was one of the best Partizan seasons since like 1992. And then my next goal was like, okay, can I play in this team? When I signed a deal, I was like, can I play for this team? Then when I start playing, can I get to the starting lineup and be one of the best players of the team? Can I help this team win more games? All that, competitive mindset all the time.
Right.
It was like one of the biggest things that I had. And then some other teams, when you play well against them, like Fenerbahce, they saw that I had the good games against them. I had a good season. There was a Serbian coach, one of the best coaches, Željko Obradović. I wanted to get coached by him. That was my decision. I was a first round pick, and also talking with Phoenix back then. Their advice was to stay in Europe. Yes, they didn't want me, they maybe did, but it was my ultimate decision because I was first round pick. So yeah, I agreed with it. I said I needed more experience. I needed to, learn something, and such opportunity to be coached by Željko, who was really high detail coach and who really teach you another way of playing basketball. You have one, and then there is completely another when you get coached by him. Won the EuroLeague my third year with them. He had a lot of success for 3 years. First season was terrible, honestly, but it was motivational. It was really, really hard season for us because I think we didn't win any trophy. And for the club like that, but we made it to the Final Four, but we didn't win any trophy. So at the end of the year, you're not happy with results. So second season we won a couple trophies, but lost finals in EuroLeague. And then third year it was like complete season that I think we won everything, and it was unbelievable experience. Then I don't know when trades happen. I got moved to SAC. I remember Vlade Divac, back then he was a GM of the Sacramento. He visited me in Istanbul, and I saw him after Final Four, and he was telling me the story that he was talking with somebody, I don't know who. Okay, guys, if you guys lose, he stays. I don't need him if he loses the finals, but if he wins, we are taking him. And that's how that's how the thing works. It's nothing miracle. You need to win, you need to perform, you need to be good, and you need to work. Nothing else.
Right.
Bravo ragazzo, bravo.
I'm leaving the time to Danilo. There is his question they ask every guest.
Okay.
Danilo, on you.
The last question is, if you have to take somebody to dinner and it could be alive or not alive, who would you take?
Oof.
Who would you take to dinner with?
Oof, Galo, that's a tough question. So first thought that came to my mind, I recently lost my uncle. So uncle will be number one now. I really miss him. Other than uncle, probably my grandparents. I feel like I didn't have time to talk with them. Mm-hmm. And then some Kobe, and Mostly people that are not here with us, honestly, because I don't know why it's like that, but honestly, that's how I feel.
Yeah, Kobe is a great choice. I would love to sit down with Kobe. So I agree with that. But we reached the end of the episode. Thank you so much, Bogi, for coming on our podcast. We loved it, and I hope you loved it too.
Brate.
Grazie mille.
Alla prossima.
Eccolo.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Fuori dal blocco prendo la palla, tiro da 3. I due fratelli spiegano il gioco solo per te. Apri le ali a testa alta, segui il podcast.